it's Tiffany with Thrifty Tiffany, and I am back with a Bake With Me. Kaya and I are going to be baking cake pops tonight. It's Friday night, and we got all of the ingredients from Dollar Tree. We're going to be using Pillsbury cake mix and Pillsbury icing, so stay tuned for the next clip to see us make these cake pops. It's going to be so much fun, and they're going to be so good. Yeah, take the time, make this recipe with your kids, or just a girls' night, or where it's just a good recipe. So stay tuned. Okay, y'all. So here are all the items that you're gonna need. Have the oven on 350. Go ahead and get that preheated. You're just gonna need any decent sized pan. This pan I actually got from Dollar Tree. It's like their brownie pan. You can use 2 circle pans, but you're just gonna follow directions. Obviously, making the cake first. You got to do that first. So we're gonna bake the cake first. Use your little mixer right here that I got from Dollar Tree. You're gonna need 3 eggs, oil, and the cake mix, and water or milk. You can use whatever. Just follow the directions on the back of this. And again, I got these from Dollar Tree. It's the Pillsbury. You can use Betty Crocker too, but it's 1 cup of water, half a cup of oil, and 3 eggs. Also, you will need the icing. I got my beater ready, and then these are some things I'm gonna need for the cake pops. I have the wood dowels from Dollar Tree. I also have this to stick them in for when they are drying with the chocolate on it. And so we're gonna be using the chocolate chunks to coat them. So I have these ready, and now we're gonna start baking. Okay, y'all, so Kaya and I are here. We're right here. She doesn't really wanna be on camera, but she's gonna be. Say hey, Kaya. Bend down, say hey, girl. Say hey, she's so tall. Y'all, she won't even bend down. Okay, to start with, she's gonna start making this cake. She knows how to make a cake. So we're just gonna start with baking it, girl. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. What am I gonna need? I can go ahead and put the oil. She's gonna put the cake mix in. And it said half cup oil. Oil. Y'all, cake pops are so good. If you've never went to Whole Foods and had a cake pop, you should try theirs. They're actually little cake balls that Whole Foods has, and they're so good. So I'm gonna put this half a cup of olive oil. Not olive oil, vegetable oil. Sorry, messed that up. Okay. Then we're going to crack an egg, girl. Then we're gonna put the eggs in there, 3 eggs. And then we're gonna use the beater to beat them up. Put this over here. Okie dokie. Just don't want to be in you guys' way. It's gonna be really quick. Oh, we're missing the water, aren't we? I was wondering what that was. We're gonna do milk. Let's do. It says it says a cup of water. We're gonna do, to make it even more better, woo, we're gonna do a cup of milk. 1, I need more milk. 2, so we did a cup of milk instead of water. Always makes a cake better when you use milk. I was wondering why that was really good. Alright, you don't want to do it too long because you don't want a stiff cake. You don't want to do it too long. Woo. Alrighty, she's looking good. Now, Kaya, come spray the pan with this. I love this spray from Dollar Tree. I can't use it all the time because Cash can't have coconut, but I love this one. This is pure and simple. This is 20% more. I love this. I can't say it enough. I use that on my muffins. Spray the whole pan. Make sure you got the edges. Did you get, go around the edges? There you go, girl. Okay. Gonna pour this in. Again, you can use 2 circle plates if you want, or however you want to make it. You're just going to be crumbling it at the end anyway, so. And I love these little spatulas because you get it all. You got to get it all, y'all. You don't want to leave nobody out. That's just mean. That's just mean. All right. Now we're going to pop her in the oven. And we'll come back and get her in a minute. Okay, y'all, so the cake just finished. And if I were you guys, I would do it in the 2 separate circle pans because you have to keep it in a little longer when you put all the batter in one smaller pan. So definitely use like the 2 regular size cake pans. But this one's done, so now we just gotta let it cool, and then we're gonna break it up. All right, y'all, so the next step, the cake is all the way cooled off. You should let it cool for about an hour. It's already cooled off. And I'm only gonna crumble half to start with because we only have so many wooden dowels. So we're only gonna do half of it. Well, a little more than half. Well, let's see. We're only gonna do half of the cake. It should come out easy. Look how it came out perfect. Nice little loaf. So we're gonna crumble that up in our container, and I'm gonna leave half, and then I can ice in this because I only have enough dowels for so many cake pops. So I left half of it. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna crumble up the cake mix, add the icing, and then you're gonna end up putting this in the freezer. So after that, we're gonna be double boiling the chocolate. So we'll get to that eventually. Right now, we're gonna go do this over by the table. So okay, y'all, so we're over by the table. We're gonna crumble up the cake mix. Make sure it's good and cool, which this is. Like, basically like crumbling up cornbread. Put the light down. Kaya's getting us a pan ready. Because once we get this mixed, we're gonna form it into balls, and then we're gonna put it in the freezer so they get nice and cold before we dunk them in the chocolate. I love the way this cake smells. It smells so good. Good old vanilla cake. Yeah, half of that was definitely enough for how many? See, we got about 15 dowels. I could cut these in half, but that's what we have to start with. If you have to get your hands in there for the big pieces, go ahead, go ahead. Y'all have, that's water on my shirt right there. Making a mess over by the sink. All right, got it all crumbled in good sized crumbles. And it'll crumble more once we add the icing. Then we're just gonna add in icing, like as far as how much. We're gonna start with a little bit. This is just the vanilla icing. And that's all cake pops really are, y'all. Start with that. Kai, you wanna stir some? Here in a minute. I'll go ahead and get another fork because you're gonna need another fork. This child over here eating icing. Get another fork because when you start making balls with them. Ma'am. And it's one of her friends' birthday tomorrow also, so we're gonna make her some too. Thought that would be really cool. She could make her own cake pop. All these kids love cake pops from Starbucks. Or cake balls. You know, if we do have extra, we could just make some cake balls. Not be on the stick. My thing is, how do we make them stick on the dowel? We'll figure it out. Oh yeah, you gotta dip it in the chocolate. And then put it in. Yeah. But that's hard. Because if we do that,
Just make a ball and then dip it in chocolate and put it in there.
yeah, we'll go ahead and make the balls first. You'll just do balls first. And then we'll put them in the dowels. Okay. See how it's getting like sticking together just a little bit? I don't think this is this ready or should I add some more?
Add more.
Yeah, I should add some more. So almost half, a little more than that. Oh, that might have been too much. I have a too much gene sometime. No, that should be good because it's supposed to look really smooth in the inside. Like that. Okay. I think we're good on the icing. So about half of that container. That's a small container from Dollar Tree. Made a mess on the table right here. Okay, yeah. Kaya's washing her hands. Kitty, kitty, get down. Bella, down. Uh-oh. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. So now we're gonna just roll some balls up. We have our plate right here. Okay, you can get your fork. We have our plate right here. And then we're gonna put it in the freezer afterwards. Okay, don't make them too big. Like at Christmas time when we made cake balls. Oh yeah, perfect. I definitely needed that extra. So it makes one without breaking off a nice little ball. There she goes. Yep. Perfect. You want to see some of Kaya's? Oops. We're grabbing the perfect little size for a little cake pop.
It is too big.
A little bit. Just go a little bit smaller. It's like making little dumplings. Or meatballs. Meatballs! There they are, they're so cute. So I'm not gonna record the whole time that we're making these, so I'm just gonna show y'all a couple more and then y'all see the next part. Once these finish, so after we finish rolling these, we're just sticking them in the freezer for a little bit, just to get them nice cold, so when we dunk them in the warm chocolate, it won't fall apart. You want it to hold its shape. All right, so that's what we have, and I'll see you back. Okay, y'all, so the next step, we're just gonna take this pan with water and we're gonna turn it on because we're gonna make a double boiler. And we're gonna get that so that's bubbling, and then we'll add this to melt the chocolate. I'm just gonna get that started. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour the chocolate chunks that you get from Dollar Tree. Y'all, these are really good. Pour them. They're like little chunks. So good. About how many you get. There should be enough for us. Y'all, they are good. Seriously. It's a good piece of chocolate. Alright, so we'll be back. Alright, y'all, so we're just gonna put the chocolate on top of this. It's not all the way ready yet, but we're gonna slowly get it going here. Just get you a spatula, and then you're gonna go over it. We went ahead and iced the rest of the cake here. We used chocolate icing for that one. Now it is melting good, so it is a good chocolate to melt. Just takes it a little bit to get to the right consistency. This is what it's looking like. She's a beauty. Dollar Tree came in clutch. She is coming through for me. She's nice and thick still. And then we're just gonna get her really nice and turn the heat down a little bit on the boiler, just like at a slow pace. But once you get it all melted like this, top's getting hot. The top's getting hot. And then we're gonna pull out our, what do you call them? Our cake pops, balls from the freezer. Okay, so here are the cake pops from the freezer or refrigerator, either way. So we're gonna do it from that got hot. I was using my hand. Can't do it no more. Don't touch this glass bowl. It is hot, honey. Okay, so now we turn this off the heat so the chocolate is all melted, really nice and pretty. Now we have our dowels. This pack came with 15. How many did we even have? We'll make some just balls. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We made 20 balls. Here. And so what you do is what we learned before we've done balls before. You dip it, the end in it a little bit. And then we're going to dip this into the cake ball so it can harden. Bless you. Ooh, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and do 15 of them. Don't go all the way through, but don't go all the way through, but go a good way through. So it'll stick. Stick, stick, stick. And I will show you guys, I'll move this closer so you guys can see. Okay, there is a closer, up close here, let's do this. Couple of those. Dipping it in the chocolate. Oops. Making a mess and I was doing so well. Hopefully we have enough chocolate. I only had one bag of that chocolate.
There's some in the pantry.
More?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I need to do more, I have another bag, Kaya says. I think this is the one I'm from in there, honey. Maybe not. Maybe I'm lying. I don't know. I don't have to use too much. Remember we did this for, I think it was on your birthday, or no, it was just for a party at the house. Remember? Yeah. At Honey Springs. It's fun to do. You could do this at a birthday party. Just have all of it ready and just have it ready. Oh, can you undo it? Okay, and then, oh yeah, I mean, this is a good amount of chocolate because you don't want it too thick on it. You want a thin amount of chocolate. But I kind of want to pour it in a smaller cup so we can like dip it, you know? Like a, see if we have, I need like a glass like this to dip it down in. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna get the thing ready to dip. I'm probably gonna put the chocolate in a glass like this so we can dip each one in there. Okay, so we're about to do this. This one has set. Let me show you up front. This is what it looks like, our little cakey pop. You could tell that's set because the chocolate is no longer shiny. So we're gonna take this chocolate, and I didn't end up putting it in a cup. Wow, that was traffic outside. He was glad to be out of his house. And then we're gonna dip. Oh yeah, and you don't even have to dip all the way. You could put this on the, I mean, you could do a full one. Full 180. I don't want the coating to be too thick. Let me turn this back on. I'm gonna turn the chocolate back on to like a low. And if you do, go bring the sprinkles, Kai. If she does want to put sprinkles for the one for her friend or for herself, you go ahead and do it while it's wet. Oh yeah, and we need the block. And we went ahead and made the block. I put aluminum foil over it. Because if you want them to dry like this, you have, this is the little styrofoam block and I put aluminum foil on it. So we're gonna see about that. Kind of twirling the bottom to get it coated. I'm not doing this all the way right, but that looks pretty good. So we're gonna stick that in here. There she goes. Okay, give me the sprinkles, sprinkles, sprinkles. And we're gonna sprinkle that one just a little bit. You guys can't really see it. Let me move you. Woohoo! See this one right here? Cute. Oh, she's a beauty. Let me show you. Kaya's putting the sprinkles on that one. This is what they're looking like. So cute. We got the little pastel colors. That's gonna be so cute for her to give to one of her friends. She's just gonna drop it off at her house because obviously she can't go to a party or anything. So we're just gonna drop it off at her friend's house. Isn't it so cute? And then we're gonna eat some, of course. Okay, y'all, so this is our finished product. These are our Dollar Tree cake pops. They're Pillsbury and they're so, so good. Definitely try them out. You can also use white chocolate. I'm just using things that they have at the Dollar Tree. So it turned out really good. Great little thing to do with your kids. Good little recipe. And we're gonna wrap one of them up for one of her friends to drop off at her house for her birthday tomorrow. And then we're gonna eat a lot of them. Well, thank you guys so much for watching.